The world's kind of a crazy place, and Morpheus says it. Most people's minds are not ready to be free. Most people are so dependent on the system that their minds are not ready to be free. I don't think the average person realizes how much they are lied to. From the way money works is a lie, financial system is a lie, judicial system is a lie, medical health care is a lie. It's all a lie. It's all a scam. Just go to work, pay your tax.
سلام دوستان، خیلی خوش اومدید به یک ویدیو دیگه. دوستان، تو دنیا 4 روش اصلی برای پول درآوردن وجود داره. اینو من نمیگم، بلکه آقای اندرو تیت میگه. اگه تو هم دوست داری بدونی این 4 روش چیه، تا آخر این ویدیو با من همراه باش.
If you want to be an architect and you have to study architecture, if you want to be a lawyer and you have to study law, that's fine. I personally never knew what job I wanted to do. These people seem to be very passionate about a particular trade. I just wanted to have a lot of money. If you were to say, look, I'll pay you $1 million to dig a hole, I would have dug a hole. I'll pay you $1 million to fly a plane, give me. In my experience, like imagine if I didn't have all this money and I had to go get a job again, I'd get a sales job because I've always been a salesman. And I think that's a very important life skill to have, to be good at sales. But they don't even, I don't know if they even teach sales in university. Do they have any serious sales courses?
Hardly doubt it.
I'm saying it's all garbage. They don't teach anything important. They just teach anything. They teach things that are going to keep you inside the slave mind. And they want you to go to school and then go to college and then go to university and get in debt. And you have to be in debt, so that now you have to work. And once you're in debt, you can't really quit your job, and it's very difficult for you to leave the country. And now they can hold things over you. That's the goal. It's all about control mechanisms, and the system is very well designed to make sure that people are conditioned to obey. Unless you have millions and millions and millions of dollars, it's very difficult to even have an opinion on subjects. Work, consume, die, shut up, believe what you're told. That's how it is. It's clown world. It's slavery. I was walking to school, to college with a couple of my friends, and a Ferrari drove past. I said, bro, you see that? And he goes, yeah, what about it? I said, doesn't that piss you off? I must have been 16. I said, why? I said, this dude has 400 G's for a car, 400 grand. I'm walking 4 miles to college to my mom hasn't got any car. He has 400 grand. Do you think he works a job? Do you think he's fucking behind a counter somewhere? He knows something about the world that I don't know. And they were like, oh, he's rich. I'm like, yeah, I know. I didn't say he wasn't rich, dummy. I'm saying he knows something about the world I don't know. And I was intrigued, and it angered me. I couldn't sleep for weeks. I was pissed off. Every time I saw somebody with genuine money, I understood that everything I was being told and taught and they're trying to make me believe just simply wasn't true. Like, this is bullshit. None of these people are getting these things by following the path the system is trying to make me follow. And everybody intrinsically knows this. If you go to you're at BP, you're at petrol station, and I pull up and nobody goes, wow, he stuck it on. They stop. They're like drug dealer, gangster. And they do that because they know that the easiest way to amass wealth is to break the rules, because the rules are not designed to allow most people to make money. You can make money with money, but most people don't. Most people who follow the path work, consume, die. That's it.
Yeah.
The smartest thing you can do is look at somebody's life. This guy is doing what he's doing exactly what I want to do. I'll learn from him. If I want to go learn kickboxing, I expect my coach to be able to fight. If I want to go learn piano, I want to see my piano teacher play piano.
Yeah.
But people will go to university and learn business from a dude who's never had a business. To make quick, fast money now is almost easier than it's ever been. Now, that has advantages and disadvantages. I was talking to a young guy the other day, and he was 22, I think, and he caught a crypto pump. He made like $4 million in the last bull run. And now all the coins have gone down, whatever. He sold some. He has like 1.5 million. He's like, oh yeah, so I'm waiting for the next pump. I was like, bro, the problem with you is you've now been ruined for life, because you're 22, you made easy money, and you think that you don't have to ever do any serious work. You also have no skill. Problem is with the crypto pump, it doesn't teach you anything. He didn't learn sales, marketing, staff management, stress tolerance, nothing. He doesn't know how to do anything. So he's just sitting there just gambling on shit coins, waiting for the next one to pump. And he's 22, and his ass is never going to want to get a real job, and he doesn't have any skills. So I think he's in a lot of trouble, truthfully. I made this clear to him. So it can be a detrimental thing, it can be a bad thing. But in terms of making money, it's certainly easier than it's ever been, because we live in a global marketplace now. You can reach the world, and all you have to do is have a message worth making people listen to. The hard part about making money today is that we live in an attention economy. You have to garner attention from people. It's difficult, right? Because anyone can start a YouTube channel, but it's getting the views that's hard, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be talented enough and skillful enough to garner attention. But if you can garner attention, then you can make money. I think that's the new modern
way to view the world is an attention economy. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're getting attention, you'll make money from it.
Yeah.
There are 3 keys, I believe, to making money. First one's perspicacity. Most people go through life and they do not pay attention. I've said this before and I want to stick by it because it's so important. You need to pay attention to every single time you spend money, because you cannot make money. You're not the Federal Reserve, you're not a government. Governments make money. All of us take money from somebody else or a business or a government. We take money from other things. So the easiest way to learn how to get good at taking money is to pay attention to every time someone takes money from you. So next time you buy a coffee, don't just buy the coffee and drink it and think nothing of it like every brokey. Don't do that. Say, okay, why am I buying this coffee? Okay, I want the coffee. All right. Why am I buying here? Well, this is on my way to work. Is there any competition around? Do I also want breakfast? Do they sell breakfast? No, they don't sell breakfast. They could probably make some more money if they're selling breakfast. Anyway, I walk in, there's a long line. Why is there one member of staff? I'm low on time. I'm about to leave and not buy the coffee. They're about to lose money because it's taking too long. Most of the people in this line are businessmen. Why is there not a cute girl behind the counter? I bet if they paid a cute girl a little bit more, they'd still make a bunch more money because people come in here to talk to her. Think. And then what you'll do is, as you go through life, every time you spend money, is you'll realize the problem is not how to make money. The problem is how much time you have, because there's endless business ideas. There's endless ideas. I walk into a coffee shop, and by the time I've walked out, I already know exactly how to open up next door and outcompete the competitors. And now my network is so powerful, which is the second point, network. I can send a few messages on WhatsApp and make a bank transfer. And 2 months later, there's a brand new coffee shop next door with my name on it, put them out of business. So the first thing is you have to pay attention. Because if you pay attention, you'll start to learn that money is everywhere. Second thing is network. It's hard to make money if you don't know anybody who has money. If you sit in a room full of ice cream experts and all they talk about is ice cream, how to make ice cream, how to store it, how to move it, even by accident, if you hang around with these people long enough, when someone asks you a question about ice cream, guess what you're gonna know the answer. You're gonna say, you know what? That's because it's pistachio and that needs to be 2 degrees higher than chocolate. So if you sit in a room full of people who are making a bunch of money, everyone understands this. Your network is your net worth. You're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Everybody understands this. And then they still hang around with fucking losers because they're dummies. And third, it's to identify the reason why you don't have as much money as you want so far. And there's one of 3 reasons. You are either lazy, stupid, or arrogant. Those are the only 3 reasons anyone's poor. And you have to identify and choose which one of these. The majority of people are not the one they think they are. So let's start with lazy. There are a lot of lazy people. The unfortunate reality about money is that you are competing. So it's player versus player. It's like anything in the world. If you want that beautiful girl, so does everyone else. You have to win the competition. You want that car, you have to get it first. You want that money, everyone wants that money. You have to compete. It's competitive. Business is competitive. Second I wake up, I check my phone, I begin working. I go to the gym in between sets, I am working. I'm online working the entire fucking day until the second I go to sleep, I am at work. And you are at home competing against me, and you want to watch a movie tonight and then say you're not lazy. You're fucking lazy and you're gonna lose forever.
There are 4 main ways to getting money. You either trade your time for money, you trade information for money, you give a product or a service for money, or you put something to work for money. I'll say that again. We're gonna go through them one by one. These are the main ways that money will arrive in your bank account. First is time for money. Now this is what most jobs are. And there's nothing wrong with the job. A lot of people are going to come and say, quit your job. No, there's nothing wrong with having a job. And it's better than doing nothing. But this is the first level. This is the first level on how to make money. So what you do when you have a job is you give up your time to get some cash. So a guy will say, if you stand here all day, I'll give you X amount of money. And you agree. You give up your time to make money. The problem with giving up your time to make money, you only have a certain amount of time. It's very difficult to get rich if you give up your time for money because you have a certain amount of time. You need to sleep, you need to eat, you got other stuff to do. You haven't got the time to sit there and get rich that way. So time for money is great, and obviously the more valuable your time is, the better. That's fine, you can make more. but you still have a finite amount of time. And this is the problem with trading your time for money. Next is information for money. Now, the good thing about getting information for money is that your time is not explicitly linked. So if you do something like a video giving information, that one video, you can film it one time, but it can be given out or sold a million times, and you get paid every single time. But your time is no longer linked to the money. So a lot of people make money purely on information. And this, it can be done lots of ways. It can be done with what I'm doing right now. I'm making money based on what I know right now. I am selling information to you people. I know information and I'm providing it. Information is valuable. We live in the age of information. Another thing I guys want you to write down your notes. Some of the two most important things in the world today are information and attention. If you have information and you can get attention, you will be rich.
اگه تا اینجا ویدیو نگاه کردی خیلی ممنون میشم که الان کانال من رو سابسکرایب کنید و برای حمایت از من زنگوله کنارش رو هم فعال کنید. اگه از این ویدیو لذت بردید خیلی ممنون میشم که این ویدیو رو لایک کنید تا ویدیوی ما به افراد بیشتری پیشنهاد داده بشه.
If you can get attention, people are going to pay attention to you, and if you have information to give them, you're going to be rich. This webinar is an example of how me, a person who can attract attention, who has information, can make money. So information for money is better than time for money. Now, every single person sitting here, there must be something you know. You know something. You know something others don't know. It doesn't matter if it's how to play guitar, doesn't matter if it's how to play piano, doesn't matter if it's how to fix a car, doesn't matter what it is. You must have some information that other people find useful. That information can be weaponized and it can be turned into money. We're going to get into how to do that later, but it's not actually very complicated. You need to garner attention. You need to produce the videos or the subject material or the PDFs or whatever you want to do. Explain to people what you know. You need to establish credibility so they understand that they can trust you and they will pay for your information. This is another way to get money, information. So keep that in mind, write that down. Because when you write down your piece of paper information, you also need to sit and think, what do I know that other people don't know? So there must be something you know, and that information is valuable. You have to convince people it's valuable and to come and buy it from you. Next, this is what most businesses do. They provide a product or a service for money. Now this is different from information, because even though if you provide a service, you have information. Let's say you fix cars. You know how to fix cars. You have that information. But you're not selling the information. You're selling the service, which is different. The information would be selling me a book on how to fix my own car. The service is coming here and to fix it for me. So a product or service selling for money. This is very, very simple. This is what most businesses do. They get a product or a service and they sell it for a market. Now, this is the way that most mega businesses make money, but in the modern world, it's quite difficult to do. And it's difficult to do because most products and services are monopolized. They're monopolized because everyone's already selling everything. And we live in a global economy now. And there's no product you can think of that I can't go to Amazon.com and find cheaper, and they'll sell it at a 1 penny, maybe 2 penny markup. So the product route is getting harder unless you're very, very unique and you build a brand, which is something we're going to get into. The service is fine, but you know what the problem with service is? Service is once again linked to your time. If you're providing a service, you're still giving up your time for money. Do you understand? So the product angle is difficult, the service angle is difficult, the time angle is difficult. So far, the only angle we have will allow you to make money is information for money. Next, putting something else to do the work for you. Now this is what corporations and the mega rich people do. They either get people to work for them or they get their money to work for them. So to keep their time free, they make other people or other things give up their time. A company will come along with a service. It will advertise its service. It will then hire people, number one. It will get people to work for them. And then those people will give up their time in exchange for a wage, give up their time in exchange for a wage, and the company will keep money. So the owner of that company, although he has to manage things, his time is not explicitly linked to income. Now the super wealthy, what the super wealthy people do is, they get their money to work for them. And if your money works for you, it's even better than people, because people need to be managed a lot more than money. Your money doesn't need to be managed. Money just works. So if you have millions of dollars and you put them in at 10%, you can get a 10% return, or even a 3% return. You're going to be rich on the interest without doing anything. So making your money make you money is great, but you can only live off this money if you already have a lot of money. So let's go back through and analyze. Getting people to work for you is a complicated setup because you actually need to sell a product or service to get most people to work for you. Also, you need to people manage. So for a long period of time, you're not going to have your time free. This is the first thing. Second thing, getting your money to work for you, you need a lot of money to live off the work your money does. You need a lot of money to get this to happen. Most people don't have enough money to put their money to work to live off it. Now, you still should put your money to work. I want to talk about that. But you can't live off your money working for you. Product or service for money, we've discussed already. Your time is going to be linked to it. It's extremely difficult to sell products nowadays unless you're very, very strong with your branding or you find something very unique. And services is once again going to be linked. It's once again going to be linked to your time. Back again, time for money, it's finite. So once again, it's difficult. So of the four main ways to make money, the best way to make money is information for money. Because if you can provide information for money, you can find a way to streamline it so the information already exists. So let's look at a map. Let's say you're a map company. I know this is totally out of date because we have Google Maps now. But when a map company made maps, did they sail around the world every time they wanted to draw a map? No. They sailed around the world, they did it once, and then they sold that map over and over and over again. That is selling information for money. We know where the countries are. We know where the things are. We're going to sell you that information for money. So when you're selling information for money, you need to learn it. You need to put it in a format that's tangible for Joe Schmo. And then you need to provide it over and over and over again. So information for money is your best bet at making money, especially online. Because people go to the internet for information. People Google things all day. People are sitting there all day trying to get information. And there is plenty of free information. But still, you will be amazed if you can establish credibility and you can get attention, how you can get people to not want the free information. They want the information from you. So let's imagine you play guitar. You're a guitar player. If I were to Google how to play guitar, I'm sure there would be endless free information telling me how to play guitar. But if I see you playing guitar and the way you play is really cool and your social media is really busy and you get lots of attention and you tell me that you're going to teach me how to play guitar for the low fee of $100, I don't want to learn guitar from anyone. I want to learn from you. I don't want the free guitar. I want to know what you know because you have credibility and you have attention. So don't worry that the information you know is already free on the internet. Don't worry about that. You need to worry about establishing credibility and attention. And information for money is the easiest way. Now, I'm not saying you can't make money the other ways, but I'm still saying that that is your best bet at making money near instantly online. Now, the correct thing to do is to do all of them. If you want to start, if you're starting at the very, very bottom, you need to be doing everything to make money. Because what is the end goal? The end goal is to be like me, where number two, getting your money to work for you. I have enough money now that I can take my money, give my money a job, and do nothing. I ain't got to talk to nobody. I ain't got to do nothing. But to get there, you need a lot of money. So that is the end goal, getting your money to work for you. So until you get there, you need to be doing everything. So you should not be wasting time. If you have spare time, you should be trading that time for money. A lot of people finish their job and go, oh, I finished my job, now I can relax. If you want to relax, fine. If you want to be rich, you ain't got time to relax. You got to find something to do with your time that will make you more money. If you have spare time, you should be trading it for money. You should constantly be on the eye out for a product or service you can trade for money. If you have a product, you go, you know what, I think I could sell some of that. You know what, okay, let me find a way I can sell it without using up too much of my time and then I can sell it. Or service, oh, this is a good service. Let me see if I can train someone else to do it so I don't have to do it myself. A product or service, again, you should be trying to find a way you can trade them for money. You should be constantly learning useful information and finding a way to teach people, finding a way to display the information you know in a tangible format so that people want to learn from you. So if you know something that other people don't know, can you explain it well? Can you talk clearly? Can you explain it in another language? You need to find a way that you can have the information in your mind and make it very tangible, especially if you know complicated things. Let's say you know something really complicated, like some kind of computer programming. Can you explain it in a very simple way so that people will can understand, so they will want to learn from you? Yes or no? So you need to be doing all of these things at the beginning.
خیلی خوب دوستان، به پایان این ویدیو رسیدیم. امیدوارم که از این ویدیو لذت برده باشید و نکات مهم و جدید رو یاد بگیرید. تا ویدیوهای بعدی، فعلا.